Welcome guys, I'm going to show you today how we put together our shipper boxes. This is a medium shipper box. This is the most common that we use, so this is what I'm going to show you how to make. We use this Cinco staple gun. It's called a Model D. Unfortunately they don't make these anymore, but it is a fantastic stapler. They make one that's a little bit longer stapler holder. However, this is the most convenient that we've found so far. What you're going to get is you're going to get a top, a bottom, and a center. So we'll start with the top. We're going to take these guys out. And we want to keep these because we're going to use them for a different purpose. And now what we want to do is we want to pre-bend all the bends. Not to go too far, but a little bit past 90, about 120 degrees. And this guy right here. Now on the medium ones, they have this notch right here. And it's actually going to get in the way. It will actually not let you place it all the way down, and it's going to push this guy up. So what we have to do is we actually have to cut that off. So we're going to just take some scissors, and we're going to cut that off. Same thing with this guy. You want to really make sure you have a clean table, you have a clean work surface area, because this is the face of your business. This is the first thing that people are going to see, and you really don't want your boxes to show up dirty or hand a box that's dirty on the outside. It seems like a simple thing, but you know, if you're buying a laptop computer and your box comes in all dented and broken, I mean the laptop's still good, but it's the first impression kind of thing. So really take care of them and make sure when you're storing them they don't get dusty, they don't get dirty. Now that we've pre-bent them, we're going to hold it right here. We're going to take our screen. We're going to place our screen right over here, right in the middle. And now we're going to bend it over. Make sure it doesn't fall too far down. Try to center as best as possible. And now what you want to do is you want to make sure these guys don't fall out like this. You want to push them in, and same thing with this guy. This is sticking out right now, but we're not stapling that right now, so let's just worry about one corner at a time, and we're going to staple it right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually come over here and we're going to actually staple it right in the middle of this guy. Same thing on this. Make sure that it's nice pushed in all the way. Staple the center. Now we can worry about the bottom. Little trick right here. This will usually get pushed out. So you want to slide the gun out here and then push it over here. So we're going to slide it down like this. Push it over here. Triple sure that those are down, because you only get one chance. And now the placement of the staple, make sure that this is in the center, this is in the center. If you get too close, it can either rip out. If it gets too far, it'll actually fade out. Now, the spacing of the staplers are very critical. You don't want to put too many, because if you do hundreds of boxes, it's going to cost you money unnecessarily. And if you do too little, these will actually get bent out and the bees can start escaping, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to get banned from shipping your boxes just because you didn't take time to staple your boxes. And once again, make sure that they're nice and straight, because if they're all crooked, you know, it just doesn't look professional. So we're going to put a staple here, here, and here. So we do corners, center, and then we do one in the middle. Just like that. Now all we have to do is repeat the other side. And there you go. That's the top part. The bottom is the exact same. It's just a little bit different size. It's a little bit smaller, obviously, to fit on the inside. So let's knock that one out. Same thing, it has the insides. So don't throw those away. We will use it. Okay, here we go. We got the top, we got the bottom one, we got the top one, and we're just going to put them to the side. Now we got to do the center. Now the center is very interesting because they're not very well. These guys are pre-cut, but the center is not. There's a couple of ways of doing it. We either take a hammer to this to the center of it to make sure it's nice and straight. So what we do here is we actually put it to the edge of the table, get it where it's the middle of this right here, and then go ahead and just bend it over. Like that. Now, as you can see, it's not a perfect crease right here. So if you're not doing too many, you can just do it by your fingers, or you can use a hammer to push them down. Now what you want to do is now you want to put a staple here and here, like that. Then you flip it over to the other side and do the same thing. Now we want to bend it out because this is the way it's going to sit inside the box. So we need to make 3 chambers right here, or the bottom. Now they can't go above this level because that's where the plastic dividers sit. So we're going to utilize these guys. Now there's 2 ways of dividing. You could just actually just cut them in half, or what we do is we use a paper cutter. So we already have pre-measured where the center of it is. There you go. That's pretty close to half. It doesn't have to be exact. Now this is going to go right here. I'm going to put a staple in here. Bend this guy over. And when this is vertical, you want this to be as straight as possible. So we're going to put it like that. There you go. And now the second one. And there you go. And then there's 3 chambers right there. So we can put this guy in here. Now this is ready to be being packaged with bees. They're going to put saran wrap on here, on the bottom right here. We're going to take a sponge, get it wet. We're going to put it right there. And we're going to take some candy, which is just a mixture of honey and powdered sugar. And we're going to place about a tablespoon right here. And that will be enough for the bees to eat for a day or 2 that they will be in transport. One other thing, make sure when you're put the boxes together to store them, you want to keep obviously the tops and the bottoms together. That way you know that it's a full complete set. But don't push them all the way together. Otherwise it is very difficult to get them apart. So that is the medium-sized box. And I hope that was useful. They do make small box. This is the size of a small box, what it would be for smaller shipments. There's also bigger boxes. This is a large box, and we ship them in these JZ bars right here, and then they fit right here like that. In the medium box, it is the same bar, it's just cut in half. So I have one here. So it would fit like that. Same bar, just cut in half. If one or two, we're gonna get a box like this. I believe this is also made by Jay-Z. Yep, it's also made by Jay-Z. We take a smaller sponge, get it wet, same thing, a little candy. We sell our queens in these queen cages right here, and then they just fit like that in there. So if you're gonna get like 10 or something, we'll fit them into here. And then same thing with these guys, they would fit like this, one on top of the other. Okay, and then we'd get it with candy, we'd get it with the sponge, get them water, and then after all the queens are in here, the correct amount, obviously we space them out if there's not a full box, and then we go ahead and fill them up with bees, package them, and we'll show that a little bit later of actually how to package them, because it's a little bit its own caveats of how to do it properly, how to tie them, because you also still have to use the tape to tie them. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.